Good evening, Victor. This is Charles with 7883 SEO and Marketing. I spoke with you yesterday about your website. You gave me permission to send you a screencast video to show you how we can improve on your website, which will help with your organic traffic. So I thank you for letting me do that. First thing I want to do is I want to go to your website. And so one of the biggest things that Google likes to do is what they call crawling. So they basically send a machine inside your website or a program inside your website. They look your website over to see how user friendly it is. But the other thing they do is they want to see what's called content. So all this is content. The big thing with Google likes to see the main page, usually between 1,000 and 1,500 words. They like to see optimized photos, linking, things of that nature, and we're not really seeing that. I mean, if we look at the bottom of my screen, right above that little line right there, you can see your link to that picture, and it hasn't been optimized. All of these factors slow down your website, which is not good, because if you have a slow website, Google will not rank you high organically. So the first thing I want to do, I want to take you to a program I use called SEMrush. And right away, before I do that, I noticed that this is probably a Google website or something very, very similar because of the layout. And actually, it is a Google website. I can see it right here. Google, they offer easy hosting and things like that, but they don't help you with ranking. You get a lot of backlinking, things like that, safety, security, but they don't help you rank. Which, honestly, without ranking, it's not going to bring you a lot of business, not as much as you should be getting. So now we're going to go up to this program that I use, and I'll give you a good example of your Google site. So you got a really high authority score. Okay, that means Google trusts you, and they should, because guess what? That's their website. They built it. Second thing is the backlinks. Only Google has that many backlinks. It's because Google is the central information hub. But the one thing Google doesn't do when they build websites or when you host your website through Google, they don't help you organically. Organic means is if you type a search for anything in a Google bar and it's the first page, it's the first things that pop up. Guess what? Your name's not on it. Reason why? There's no organic search traffic. That comes down to keywords. Okay? Your company precisely has one keyword on that website. That is it. And it's not even that healthy. You're only getting 110 volume there. Okay. That's not good for organic. Now, I did look at your map pack profile, which is the maps that come up and the companies next to that. You came up okay on that. You're on the first page, but you're lower on the first page. So that's kind of what's getting you your work right now. But you want to be organic for long-term growth. And, I'm a business owner. I own multiple businesses here in Colorado Springs. I'm a business owner just like you outside of this. And, the one thing we want is we want people to see us on Google. And without this, they're not going to see you a whole lot. Because if you took that map away, you wouldn't be seen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up one of your biggest competitors here in town, Flat and Fancy. So I want to show you the difference. 0, 315. Now I know, let's say you're just doing a basic stamped concrete patio. Let's say it's, $20 a square foot, something like that. Let's say even half of that traffic, 150, 160, and you multiply that by $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 for that patio. That's a lot of business you could be missing out on, a lot of traffic that you're missing out on because you don't have keywords. Now the organic search traffic is with the organic keywords, and you notice you had one on your site. They have 163, and we can jump in here and we can look and see just how much traffic they're pulling per keyword. So Flat and Fancy, they're pulling 110 people a month off of that. Concrete Colorado Springs, they're pulling 480 a month off of that. Okay, that's the volume. That's the people looking at their site. The traffic here are the people that are committing, that are clicking through the entire website. That's important because obviously if people aren't clicking through your site, chances are they're not contacting you. Next thing I want to do, and this is also something that's very important with Google, is how fast your page, your website loads. Okay, I've got your company up in here, as you can see right there. 37 is low. That means you're not loading very well, and that's because you don't have the keyword content. You don't have the optimization of your photos and everything laid out the way it should be laid out. So it's making your website very slow. And the slower your website is, Google's not going to rank you high because they have to work harder to get to your website and to get that first page pulled up. Now I'm going to pull up your competitor and show you the difference. Yours was 37. Theirs is a 50. So they're in that good average range where you want to be to get a quick load. Another thing I did, which I didn't really explain on theirs, their backlinks here, which is important. It'll pull up here in a minute. They got a lot of other websites giving them traffic, which is in turn giving them the organic traffic. So what you don't have, you have all this, but it's through Google sites, and it's not giving you organic search traffic because of that. So we went through the page speed insights. Now I went over here and I specifically pulled up two competitors, to show citations. Citations is one form of a backlink, what your website should have. And so we pulled up your company, and you've only got 8. But yet you've got 54 opportunities to get better versus, your competitors. Flat and Fancy's got the best with 35 and 42. Huckleberry, they're a little bit lower. But these are all areas for improvements. And without improving these, along with some of the other things that I've explained, your website's not going to get better, and that's killing business. So those are some of the things I wanted to go over with you. I hope that was good information. And if you're interested in a new website build and having us do some SEO for you, SEO takes a little while. It takes about 6 to 12 months to start seeing those results. But once you start seeing those results and you get on the first page, it's hard to get you off of that first page. And you're going to see your company really grow, and you're going to be seeing a lot of extra traffic, a lot more work. So if that's something you're interested in, then hopefully we can talk business and we can build you a new website and do some SEO for you. I'll call you back. I'll touch base with you here in a day or two, or you can shoot me an email back if you're interested on talking more. And you have yourself a good night.